Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV. We had just finished beating up a Nidhogg, and we're finally going to talk to Ulfnod now. Your battle of Nidhogg's Shade will beget many an epic ballad, Narn. And rightly so it was, without a doubt, one of your more epochal victories. I must admit that I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. Not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Instinian's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder if how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. Alright, let's go. Narn, Master Ulfnod, my honored friends, as if winning Hesfir's to our cause was not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I don't know how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Narn and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's Shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azuro Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our hospitaller captain. I'm told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you do well to rest and recover from your own ideals. But surely... Sir Ermic is never long from Estinia's bedside, and I'll send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmont and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Narn, it would seem we were awaited at Fort Thames Manor. Alrighty, let's go. Let's see, last vigil as usual. Let's head on inside.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, and mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, warrior of light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Alright, guess we're heading back then. Yeah, we have to head up there. I'm not sure exactly where to go, though, unfortunately. Be close to the Forgotten Knight? I'm not sure. Oh, apparently I was right. I didn't actually expect it to be right here, but I thought maybe it'd be nearby, but apparently it's here. Alright, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphinaud. He came to read me at my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hesvir's trial and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. Oh, wind-up Aramic, okay. Dragon Song, oh, that's nice. My own friendship with Insignian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Insignian barely registered my existence. I was less of a fellow recruit and more of a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I may have remained, had fate not seen to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, and such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind, revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I'd venture that in Alphinaud he sees something of a lost sibling. In the ungentle childrings of Estinian, Alphinaud had found the elder brother he'd ever had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I could well understand Alphinaud's affection for him. He's a friend for whom I would gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. I see, tell him I'm on the way. Apparently Estinian must be up. Either that or something happened to Alphinaud. Guess we have to head upwards? I mean, that looked like the correct way. Where am I heading? Oh, I still have to talk to him. Quickly, Nar, we must go to him. Alright, apparently we're going to have quite a bit of time on our hands here.
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Astinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age. Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Alrighty, well, quite a few things happened there. It looks like Instidian has left. Pretty sure that was him with the lance, before, while Ermic was out on the dragon. I think that's pretty much the actual end for Heavensward, really, here. Like, I'm kind of thinking that we're probably going to be heading away from Ishgard at this point, and probably heading towards more of the things that are going to tie us into Stormblood at this point. We're right in the middle of, the, change there, basically. Like, right in the middle of the in-between patches. But we still have quite a few things to do for this expansion, though. We still have to fight 3 more primals. The Triad, I think they're called. And we still have 3 more Alliance raids to do as well, that we haven't even started on. So we're still going to have a little bit of stuff to do here for sure. I'm sure there's probably going to be a couple more dungeons or trials along the way as well through these patches. I guess we'll see. I was gazing out the sea of clouds, an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending her way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Narin. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I'm burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. Fancy that echoes in some small measure that the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? What strange jest is that this places me at its pinnacle? An archbishop's bastard of a head at the head of the House of Lords. Yeah, but these questions are for me to answer. It's not a man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so we must reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it's not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. Hear word from Captain Whitescape that Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His wilfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I'll keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Narin, and please convey my warmest regards to Master Alphanon. Alright. Guess he's right up here at 4 Times Manor, okay. After we're done with this, I think I have a good idea of what I want to do after this point. I'm curious about all these blue quests all of a sudden showing up, though. Well, I guess maybe they probably just shown up, but, I'm not sure what they'll be for. Yeah, Jataro's here, too. You spoke of Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard shows a new road, but one littered with the ditchers of 1,000 years of broken faith. If through her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Obsidian shindigans and seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. Alright. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. May now travel to a selection of distant locales and landing in Ishgard. That's neat. Thank you, Blenhairs. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected then. Aye, there's lot to concern us, aside from the one very overly curious mouse. This way. Him again. It's of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. Lest these grey mists give way to azure skies, men and dragon rise above, voices join in song, but beneath shrouded bows, beyond the scope of light, the shadow stirs. Well, they were looking into a crevice, so... Looks like we, made it there, though. Mitch has scorched us. You were come at a most excellent time. Invitation for a truly preeminent personages was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Whether you have been present to receive it, but in any event. Sir Ermic de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Miss Carter of the Pros Borel cordially invites Mr. Scorchedust to dine with him at this estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, and the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afford little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I would, but I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any thoughts? You would ask me. Well, I'm sure that a personal friend of Sir Ermic, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than Alpine cope. He says what Lord Ermic has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. And when you're ready, pray report to the Astrologium's I don't know. Men of House Borel shall be waiting near to escort you the rest of the way. But yeah, at the moment, kind of curious what this quest is. Can I get a hint? I'm probably gonna have to look up what I want to do next, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, apparently it was this guy over here that I have to talk to. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Ah, my Lady Narin, during your absence, a stranger came calling. On learning that you are away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you. He will await you at the Rising Stones. If you mind to oblige this man, a stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but he put me ill at ease to simply be near him. Okay. Well, let's head to the Rising Stones then. It's been a while since we've been there. Alright, let's find this person. Oh, he's all the way in the solar. Okay. Not what was I expecting here. My thanks for coming. Kala is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out. I might alert you to the rising threat of beings known as icons. You're aware of the threat, you say. Ah, but I speak not of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. Be interested to know that the term icon, and the beings to which it refers, proceed to the Garlanian Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Alagans, called godlike beings, the dark divinity of Odin among them, and the Garlanians, who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Alag, have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit you to continue the tale. Ah, Yarn-J, how can I have you to join us? As the Warrior Light's comrade, my participation is all but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of the star. The icons of Ild, in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Alagan Empire. However, they eventually fell to men of Alag, who devised the means in which to capture them. It did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Alagans also learned to harness the icon's power. They refined this knowledge at the Ether Chemical Research Facility on Azla. Within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. 'Twas first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Azla. In the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the icons were severely damaged. Doubt not, but they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny. Yet, were the Warring Triad be released into the world, unimaginable destruction will ensure. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned. I fear summoned once more by the worshippers, in a strike far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bersmek. If left unchecked, they'll inevitably seek the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the icon's awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus their gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those icons in their fitful slumber. I shall return to Wicked Sands forthwith to consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Kahal shall assist thee. Rest assured he is not our enemy, for the time being at least. Okay. Apparently I have to fight the primals, 2 primals again, and that's not going to be a good time, because I'm pretty sure they're telling me I need to step up to the next level of them, so... Okay. If we are to prevent the awakening of the Warring Triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I am aware of the rather unorthodox method you employed to lure out and slay the White Well before, and I had a mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not easy to come by. I should hope it is not necessary, but you may as well show this gemstone to the Chief Sanu. He will know it as the Weeping Eye of the Manakarmana, and it will be ensured that he is completely committed to our cause. Before you ask, I have already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the Blue Window. Well, actually, huh? As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Then Thok as Thok, he bears the strength, feeding upon the prayers of his innumerable children. But those same children will not suffer you to live should you surrender yourself to them a second time. Nay, you must devise a new way of approaching the Lord of Hive's domain. Consult with the storyteller, an elder of the Bath, and he will aid in this endeavor. Take this bauble. 'Tis known among the Nath as the Burning Eye of Ravana. When the time comes, you will know what to do. Okay, so this is gonna be curious. I did not know I was gonna have to fight the other ones. And since I think they already had hard versions, I assume. I'm pretty sure. I assume the next one would be extreme at that point. I haven't even done the extremes for the original 3 primals I had done before. So this will be interesting. So I'll go to the Sea of Clouds first. I think I have to get up here a bit. That's not correct, is it? Thoromet term returns with the white. So too comes the great Netherling warrior. Like double rainbows in the mist, Sauron knows not what to make of this, an eye in the hands of a Netherling. Storm clouds of the Vendu are no match for the eye's might. Smash against the Aetheryte in the Will's crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Bind him with chains of steel and drive him from Cloud Sea. Return Zephyr winds and sunlight to our lands. Okay, so apparently this is off this way. Oh yeah, I think I see the airship over there. Ah, new location. I'm still finding new locations out this way. Even more new locations. How many locations have I not found over here? Apparently I haven't gone through like this entire section over here. I'm kind of mad on it at the moment, so I don't have to worry about it. Ah, there it is. Okay. There, Narn. Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. So again, Chief Sutton wants you to smash some gemstone against an Aetheryte to dispel a barrier of storm clouds. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. How the hell's with it? Maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. Okay. Yeah, we made it. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the aetherite. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. Oh no. Oh no. Anyways, I guess we have to go and head off to the other one now. I am not liking this. I don't think I have to go to Shrine, actually. I should go to Telfeather. Actually, no, I think Shrine. Yeah, I guess Shrine would have worked as well. I think I forgot what Shrine was. I'm pretty sure that was actually the Dragon Tower. Thought it was somewhere else at first. Ah, our hunter friend, welcome. You come hunting gods once more. The no mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Ever more propitious to you, the one mind grows they seek offerings to glut our deity's insatiable appetite. Another path to our god's domain. Yes, there's but one way. You must seek out the 9th hive as far as the side of the colony and attune your spirit to the aetherite ensconced within. But the deed is not possible. We hear that crystal is warred by ancient ritual magics. The one mind have woven the seal such that only the most worthy of warriors shall be granted leave to enter Thok as stock. And they do not share with the non-mind what they consider worthy. Okay. Guess we might have to fight our way through there, I'm not sure. But I know for a fact I won't have to go too far down a huge path of knots, so... just fly over here. Thank goodness. Somehow found a new location over here. I'm not sure how that worked. Ooh, does flying... Flying just gives you a whole new, easy way of doing this, apparently. Actually, no, never mind. I can't discount that. That's something about, like, a chasm over there, so... Guess I have to get inside somewhere. Pretty sure it's over here. This isn't going to be very fun. Actually, that guy just didn't care, so maybe we're good. Yeah, they do care. Alright, we're basically there. Not very difficult, at least. I'm happy about that. After a polish, you smash the gemstone against the aetherite. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. Yay! Honestly, I think Ravana would probably be easier than Bismarck, because Bismarck had this whole crap about it that I hated. I'm pretty sure we wiped on Bismarck and never wiped on Ravana. So... I don't know, I don't like it. It's kind of time for me to probably do extremes anyways, to be honest. I want to say I could probably pick up the other quest that was at the Rising Suns too. I didn't earlier because I wanted to get the stuff done for these ones, but I got done with that pretty quickly. I don't want to leave off a recording for only like 20 minutes. It's kind of weird. Well, technically, I probably gotta bind this one with the other one, so I guess it doesn't really matter now that I think about it, but eh. Honestly, first thing I should probably do is fight Odin. Odin's gonna be pretty easy compared to the stuff I'm gonna be doing here in a bit, so. Let's go ahead and... Oh, there's a book here, is there? Warring Triad is a collective term for 3 immensely powerful icons that were brought into existence during the twilight of the Third Astral Era. Summoned by the native tribes of Mysidia, the entities were set against the crushing forces of the Allegan Empire. The strength of a primal is determined by the fervent prayers of its faithful. As the Mysidians' prayers called for their sabers with the power to throw back an Imperial invasion, the resulting incarnations were force imbued with near incalculable might. That the Allegans were capable of conquering such godlike beings well illustrates the incredible heights to which the technology had ascended. The implacable empire subdued and imprisoned the Warring Triad, shackled them to machinery that sustained the icons' forms, at the same time leeching away their infinite energies. For 5 millennia did the Warring Triad languish thus in dreaming servitude, their somewhat underserved until Archbishop Thoradin VII of Ishgard rattled the bars of their cage. The Archbishop had come to Oslab seeking to absorb the Three's power and make him a god without rival. It was fortunate then that the Warrior of Light and his companions, or her companions, thwarted Thoradin before he realized his tyrannical ambitions. But the victory was not without consequence. The violence of the battle cracked the seals that kept the Triad in torpor. The outcasts had begun to stir, whereas the Garlani Empire and their heavy-handed efforts to plunder the secrets of Oslab threatened to drag them into the full wakefulness. The terrible entities must be destroyed before they rise in all their cosmic splendor. Okay, that's a little bit of history for him, I guess. The time has come, Warrior of Light. We must move against the Warring Triad now to suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked and the icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, it'd be like the coming of a second calamity. You, Narn, represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, I struggle to locate an individual with the requested talents to surmount them. Were not for the impressively diverse connections of your fellow Salons, I might still be searching. Happily, they were able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and the Echo Bus companions, all the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are right on the board. Victory hinges upon no less than the total destruction of the Warring Triad. But we must also wear the influence of those who covet the Allegan's primal harnessing technology. Of course I speak of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlani Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will serve only to hasten the Icon's awakening. It is my master's desire that Triad be dispatched before Imperial forces dwell too deeply. Being the nearest to wakefulness, this Icon Sephiroth shall be our first adversary. Make preparations to join me on the flagship at Azla. We shall speak further there. So we're going to Azla then, right? I could have sworn I had a thing here for Azla. Or am I crazy? Oh no, here it is. I was looking at the I was looking at the wrong spot. I thought it would say Azla where it said Helix. far are we going here? That's pretty far. Okay, that's clearly the spot I'm supposed to be at, so why can't I, is there a way in I'm not aware of here? Like, what's going on? Guess we keep on going up until we find them, because I don't see, This confuses me. Are they on top of it? No, there they are, okay. I was completely confused there. This is the place, Warrior of Light. Here we'll find the containment facility within entities of incalculable power lie chained. Their fathomless energies self-flown away by Allagan devices. As I warn you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness, thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual I spoke of. From what I gather, two of you are already well acquainted. Let's continue inside, wait before the doors to the containment facility. You've not been waiting long, I trust. We're eager to lend whatever cooperation we made to your mission, Naren. It's an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one Mythical Scion, you must be Archon Y'shtola, and your diminutive companion is Mistress Creel of Students of Baldician, correct? Diminutive? Perhaps there's been some mistake. I assume it was from my knowledge and not my stature that you questioned my assistance. Yeah, the mistake is mine. My apologies if I give an offense. Mayhap it be best to proceed directly to the matter of our objectives. The adversary is Archon Sephiroth of the Warring Triad, otherwise known as histories of Alak as the Fiend. He was once the patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Mercidia, but was subdued by the Allagan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as the source of power. Even now, Sephiroth is neither truly living nor dead, his mind bound in a dream while his body energies are harnessed by Allagan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into the ether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning it will be all but impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place, yes? Remove them, however, and we risk allowing an unfathomable, powerful, and doubtless vengeful icon to run rampant. Seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. Most distinct assessment, Mistress Carol. While I'm aware of the echo pride you have uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. If only my gift offers such detailed analysis, which is to say it doesn't. Merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment I could before coming here. It'll be Naren and I, after all, who entered Akon's den. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the edges of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's settled then. I'll just stable the restraints, and Narn and her gifted adventure friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better that than the other way around, I'd say, continuing our respective fields of expertise, of course, my Dominion stature. Right, it's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. Activating verification systems, lifting access restriction to try to control. I had no idea the Belgian system's curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls for Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls, mayhap my words weren't clear. Only those blessed of the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concern for my sanity is touching but unnecessary. Suffice to say, I am no longer in danger of falling under the Icon's sway. Verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. The Grolinians, come, Syaoranvee. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified, but I cannot very well leave every deadly task to you Scions. According to the history, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength. I didn't have to rout even the most implacable armies of the Algons, and that was more than once. To cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I should do my best not to wake the Icon up too much. As my grandfather always used to say, certain little monsters get them up and get them moving while their brains are still in bed. Nice. Alright, so we have all this stuff to do. Oh boy. First we're going to start with Odin, so let's go ahead and cut this video off now, and we're going to go ahead and fight Odin.